Alright, hello CT. Today we're going to learn how to make mac and cheese the goodest. First thing we do is boil some macaroni, which I've already done. About a cup and a half-ish. Salted water. Boil it just like a minute under what the package says, because the mac and cheese is going to continue to cook in the oven. Right, to a pan, medium heat, butter. Just get it melted and foamy and shit. Might turn the heat up a little bit actually. Once the butter is foaming like that, it's pretty much a go-to to add your flour. If you add it earlier than that, you're kind of just making pastry dough. So, about a tablespoon and a half of flour, not a ton. You don't need a ton, otherwise it'll just have a really nasty texture. Where the fuck did I put my whisk? There we go. And just stir it around until it kind of smells like cooked pie crust, I guess is the best way I can describe it. You don't cook it long. This is just a really basic thickener. The cheese is going to do most of the work. Okay, to that, we add milk. About that much, I don't fucking know. Make sure it's cold. If you add hot milk to a roux, which is what this is called a roux. If you add hot milk to a roux, it'll just make lumps. And to that, we add like that much mustard, whatever type you like. I like the whole grain. Okay. Now, we start adding cheese, a little bit at a time. So like a handful, get it melted in. Once it starts to melt in and it's like 80% melted, you can add another handful. You'll see it starts thickening up really quick. Be really careful, because with certain types of cheese, if it gets too hot, you'll actually separate the solids from the fats, and what you get is kind of like a cheese plastic, and it's not pleasant. Alright, so at this point I'm pretty confident I can add the rest in. Alright, so that's more or less where I want my consistency at. You can see that. It's going to thicken up more in the oven, so you want it a little bit thinner than what you wanted at the end. And you want to use always a little bit less than you think you're going to need. Now to stop it getting greasy, I'm going to add 1 egg yolk. We're just going to emulsify all the oil. But do that off the heat. If you do that on the heat, you risk scrambling it. And that would be bad. Alright. Macaroni. Meat sauce. Get that all mixed together. This is not easy to do one-handed. A little bit more in there. Alright, get a dish. You can grease it if you want. I'm not going to because I'm a lazy piece of shit. Alright. It's just a neat little trick for the topping. A lot of people put breadcrumbs on their toppings, probably because they hate themselves. I use crushed potato chips. Everyone should use crushed potato chips. If you don't use crushed potato chips, you're probably a communist. Okay. Now, 350 Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius till the top is nice and crisp. But always don't forget, this is a key thing they don't tell you at home. This is what we do in the restaurants. Get yourself a picture of Richard Nixon. Put that in there too. That'll protect it from communism. You see, you might think that sounds crazy, but I challenge you. Go look in your fucking warming tray right now, and I guarantee you, fucking Gorbachev.